Hello, beautiful family. How are you all doing? Thank you so dearly for always tuning in. I really appreciate. Today, the first time you are coming across us, so you are hearing this voice for the first time. We still remain Progress News, and we give you all the latest updates. Remember, in this platform, we react to all videos, and your opinion is highly needed. So sit back, watch this video, and I'll be right back.
Good morning, wonderful Biafran people. Good afternoon, good evening. It depends on your location. Which for important notice, or the very important, and we need to look into this because Fulanis now. Let me tell you one thing that most of people don't know. Fulanis. I mean, you see this Africa where we do like this. This particular Africa where we do. They are those sponsoring these Fulanis. If you don't know, take it from me today. Fulanis you see all over Africa, they are sponsoring them. And the person hand, you see this man they call Brigade. I know what I'm saying right now will not make sense to you. But it have come to most of us notice that this very man, you see, every single thing that Fulani is doing, his hand is in it. This is the person that have been sponsoring Fulanis. And now, remember how they came up with vaccine? That one did not work. And now, remember how they came with their terrorism in Biafra land? And that one as well, particularly now, is not working during the COVID. And now as I'm talking to you, for you to understand what I'm saying, Biafran government have made sure that in the presence of terrorism, you will not find it in Biafra land. The presence of anything, criminality, you will not find it in Biafra land. And believe me, that this vaccination or whatever they call it, they are bringing on. They are bringing it for some reasons. They are not bringing it because COVID-19 is still there. And they are not bringing it because it's anything goodful to humanity. Today, me and you have found out that coronavirus was lab product. And you know today that every single thing happening, it is happening for reason. And those behind this lab test or lab creation called COVID-19, you know it today. And today, ask yourself, why are they still talking about vaccine? Even though the whole world have now condemned, even though the whole world is later know that this thing was not natural sickness, that this thing was not natural anything coming from anywhere, but it was product of lab. And today, every one of us knows that the creation of COVID-19 was Brigade, and now it's not working. He tried, of course, it worked for him, but the agenda was Africa mostly. But today, it's not working. It's not working at all. And now let me tell you, this particular one we are hearing today, that they are bringing vaccination or whatever they are bringing. Every single one of you people in the so-called Nigeria must be very careful. And all the tribes that don't believe in Fulanis, all of you must be very extra careful. Any tribe in so-called Nigeria that don't believe in Nigeria agenda, you must be very careful. And more especially why I'm doing this is because of Biafran people. That most Biafran people must understand that this particular one coming is one of the biggest agenda they have for you. Now you have seen that Biafran government have refused presence of terrorism in Biafran land. They don't want it, and they are making sure that any way they bring it, they stand against it. Any way they bring it, they fought against it. And today, what they are doing, they are now bringing the so-called vaccination. And believe me, this particular one is going direct to those ethnicity or those people that don't believe in Nigeria, the agendas in Nigeria, the Fulani who don't believe in Fulanis. Because one of the place now, the Fulanis in the world is finding terror is Igbo land, Biafrans. One of the state, one of the country, the Fulanis, they are finding so much difficult since 1960 to 2024 is the Biafran land. And today, they find everything difficult. Today, Biafran government have come to stay and also doing the needful. Doing that thing they don't want to see for a very long time ago. And this is the reason why this vaccination that is coming, they are going to make sure that they force it on you. And this is what I'm telling you, go and mark it. They are going to make sure that they force it on most of you guys. And as they are going to force it to most of people, you must understand that this vaccination, first of all, understand it in long way. That this vaccination was created in lab, and it was not made for humanity. It was not made for me and you. This is what you need to understand. And secondly, understand that Fulanis are being sponsored by the world, the same people that you see today, that is carrying COVID-19 vaccination around and stuff, the same person, I'm telling you today, the same person have been the hand sponsoring terrorism in Africa. The same hand have been the terrorism that is sponsoring any ethnicity that don't believe in anything other people is doing. Just like Biafrans, who have come to say enough is enough. We don't want to be part of Nigeria. We don't want to be part of who we never be part of in our entire life. And remember, Nigeria have been forcing Biafrans since 1960. I mean, before the existence of Nigeria, the Fulanis have been there trying, making sure that they conquer one tribe in the world. Because any tribe Fulani step in, they conquer it. But one tribe has been the headache to Fulanis, has been the headache, has been the reason why Nigeria exists. One tribe called Igbo tribe. This is the tribe that made that Nigeria, that caused British creating Nigeria. The only tribe that caused Britain creating Nigeria was Igbo. Igbo was the reason why Britain created the so-called Nigeria. Igbo was the reason why the Britain and the so-called sponsor of this vaccination and others, the people who have been causing terrorism in Africa, Igbo have been the reason why they created this so-called Nigeria. And Igbo have been the reason why they take power, give to foreigner called Fulanis. Igbo have been the reason why they give Fulani, or Igbo have been the reason why they told that anybody from Southeast is not allowed to contest or to win election or to stand as a president in Nigeria. Igbo have been the reason why. Igbo have been the reason why Nigeria is still existing. And I know why I'm saying this today. Because Igbo have been one of the stubbornest tribes in the world that the world British want to conquer. And this is the reason why they create the so-called Nigeria, create South, even the Southeast. Now as I'm talking to you, you saw the map that comes some days ago. The Nam, Adamawa, Northern Nam, they have turned Northern to Southeast. Why South now? They have turned it to Southeast is now South. And the reason why Nigeria is existing, or they created Nigeria, was never because of anything, but it was because of the Igbos to be conquered. British, they tried since 1960. They bring the war, kill Biafra and kill Igbos, slaughter millions of them. They never relent. They never agree. And that was when they formed what is called Nigeria. Because Nigeria was never a country. Nigeria was any country in the world has a history of fighting for the freedom. But there was no any place you will find that Nigeria fight for their freedom in the hands of so country, or Nigeria fight for their freedom to make sure that Nigeria is existent, just like the way Biafran are fighting since 1960, 1970, 2024. You will not see it anywhere that Nigeria fight for war to get their freedom. You will never see it anywhere that this is the place that Nigeria fight and say we are fighting to get our freedom from so or for anybody. You will never see it. Just like the way Biafran are fighting war since 1967 to 2024. You will never see it anywhere. So, if any of you don't understand what is going on in the world, I can tell you today that this world you see today, Igbo have been the headache of the world. When I measure the world, British control the world. So Igbo have been the headache of the world. Igbo have been the headache of British. Igbo have been the headache of every woman. Especially in Africa, Igbo have been the headache of everybody. And that is the reason why they put hatred. Whenever you see an Igbo man should be a problem. Because Igbo man can come to know, Igbo man can come from nothing and make something from every community. Igbo man is just like the way God say, I'm creating human from our own image. That is why Igbo have been the headache of everybody, because Igbo man can get anywhere and make something out of nothing. Just like the way God say, I'm creating human being from our own image. Give human being strength, give human being and that knowledge to provide, to create. This is why the world is fighting against you. This is why whenever they are doing anything, they include Africa, which is the most one of the places that they want to conquer. And go and mark it anywhere. Any day, anytime you hear that Fulani conquer Igbos, any day, anytime you hear anywhere that Fulani have finally conquered Igbos, that means the British have conquered the whole world. I'm telling you the truth. Because the only reason why they created Nigeria, just like I have already said, is because of Biafra. Or let me put it the way you understand, because of Igbos. Because Igbo have been one of the people, just look at since Queen Elizabeth visited Nigeria. Queen Elizabeth, everybody lie down. Igbo man stand and shake Queen Elizabeth. Yoruba man lie down. Hausa man bend down. Igbo man stretch his hand and stretch his hand to Queen Elizabeth. And that was where the problem started. Everybody was like, who is this tribe? Who are this tribe? That other people lie down to me, and these people are stretching hand for me to shake. As who? As who are you? This is who you are. Igbos have been the headache of British from day one of the existence of Nigeria. And today, they change everything, carry everything. Today, how many Fulanis are well-readed people, are well-educated people? Just show me one Fulani man that will finish, let me Cambridge, you read a doctorate, you will never see it anywhere. But ask yourself, why is it that Fulanis are ruling Africa? I'm telling you people truth today. Fulani have been the one ruling Africa for a very long time ago, for this our entire life. Fulani have been ruling you, not only Nigeria. Fulani have been ruling you all this Africa for all these years. Because of one tribe they want to conquer. They create Nigeria. Because of that one tribe that have been being a headache to British. Because of that one tribe that the British have been fighting, making sure that they conquer everybody, making sure only one tribe refused. Even America tried it during the slave. They packed Biafra, they packed Igbo men. Well, today if you go to United States, you will find out that there is a place that they call the history of Igbos, where Igbos say instead we serve somebody as a slave, they capsize. Do you know Igbos were one of the people during the slave that capsized, that take over from captain the ship that they are loading from Africa to Europe? Do you know Igbo, they capsize the ship, sink everybody. Instead, they go to serve somebody as a slave. Igbo people is one, go and check it in the history of slave. Igbo is one of the tribe in the world that said, instead I will go to America and become a slave. When it starts, not all this day that everybody want to be and go and be a slave in Europe. But during the slave, when the slave was face to face, Igbo people say, instead we will go and serve you as a slave. They capsize ship. Everybody goes, everybody sink, both the captain from Europe, everybody go down. And this has been the history of Igbos. This has been the headache of the whole world. Igbo is one of the tribe they want to conquer. And mark it, if Igbo, if any day, anytime British conquer Igbo, because British is using Fulani to conquer Igbo, British is using everything possible to conquer Igbo. The one tribe that the whole world, when I mention the whole world, British want. If any day in time British conquer Igbo, then entire Africa is no more. Go and mark my word, I swear. If British one day, today, tomorrow conquer Igbo, this tribe called Igbo tribe, there is nothing like Africa anymore. You will not have what is called Africa. Then you will start seeing every country, you will start seeing the presence of these so-called foreigners, European. Of course, they are doing it now. But this time around, they are doing it genuinely by they will come to your land, they will acquire land, they will buy it. But mark my word, if this called tribe of Igbo, if British conquer it, which is the reason why, now let us tell ourselves the truth. Can you show me any one of Fulani man as a professor? No. Can you show me one Fulani man as a doctor? No. Can you show me one thing that in terms of technology, in terms of something that is leading the world today? Can you tell me or show me one of the Fulanis that is in charge, or one of the Fulani that is making this happen anywhere in the world? I'm not just talking about Africa. You can never show me. Now, ask yourself, why would Numandit people like this will be the one ruling Africa? If you do not see Fulanis in the power, let me say in the front or in the head, there will be underground controlling you. Have you asked yourself? Because that was given them by this so-called British, that was given them by this European. Because Fulani is the only tribe that will carry cutlass and put for someone's neck and cut it and be shouting Allahu Akbar, mentioning Allahu Akbar. They will cut your head, they will use knife and cut your head, and also laugh, even sleep on top of your dead body. Then British, they found out that, okay, this is the best people that we will use to conquer the people or every tribe that don't believe. Go to Ethiopia. Ethiopia is one of the resistance. They fought making sure at the end of the day Ethiopia resisted Europe. Go and see what is happening in Ethiopia today. Fulani is trying to overrun them. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I want you to understand the presence of Fulani. Whenever you see Fulani anywhere, their presence is for you to understand that British still the one. After the slave, after making sure, British is the one still using Fulani still today. Because among any tribe in Africa, in the world, only Fulani can cut off your head and laugh and make a video with your head. And this is where all these things start. Now, they find it and they find it as one of the bestest way. And as one of the people that we have to use subject Africa, as one of the people we have to use subject or overthrow or use to control Africans. Today, Fulani is ruling you in every country in the world. And in every country in Africa existence, Fulani is ruling you. If a Fulani is not your president, he will be fast. If a Fulani is not your fast, He must be one of the advisor to the head. Go and check. I'm telling you this thing. If Fulani is not the head, definitely he will be one of the advisors to the toppest people. It's either they make it public or it's somewhere, but definitely it's there. And that is how they roll. This is to tell you that Fulani is being used by British to conquer, to do whatever they want to do. And this is the reason why they are trying so much hard, making sure that they conquer one tribe that they do. I mean, this tribe has been one of the stubbornest tribes, just like I already said, Igbos. And I am telling you today that any time Igbo people will allow Fulani overrun them, there is nothing like Africa anymore. Then you will start hearing the names. Just for example, imagine if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu do not exist, and today everything that were happening, how they were championing Nigeria. Do you know today China would have overrun Nigeria? China would have maybe in a place, some of the place, just look at South Africa today. South Africa is in Africa. But when you go to South Africa today, you will see that even some people from Europe, their lineage, they know very well they come from Europe, is one of the decision makers in South Africa. Have you asked yourself? It is started just like the way it is happening. If it happens that somebody like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu do not exist, till this day, people like us, believe me, by now, you will see somebody like somebody from China being a representative in Nigeria. You will see somebody like from America or from any country in the world as an European. They will be one of the decision makers in Nigeria. Although British is the one that has that decision makers in Nigeria, but they would have been physically with you, not like this that they are controlling from their wherever they are, but they would have been in the seat as in vice or as the head of this in Nigeria. But because of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu see all this now and say no to it. And the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have known the only tribe they are targeting. Today, Yoruba man and Fulani man are like the same thing. I'm telling you, a Yoruba man and the Fulani man have things in common. A Yoruba man can just go to where Fulani man is and eat. They have things in common, both everything, religion in common, way of life in common, attire in common, the way they dress in common. Yoruba and Fulani, they are just like one. Now, you know when you go to Nigeria, they say they have 3 tribes. Even though they have other tribes under, but they say they have 3 tribes. But let's go down. Can you tell me that even ordinary food that is common to everybody, if when you go down to Nigeria, you find out that Igbo man is hardly you see Igbo man eating Yoruba man food. Unless some of them have stayed there for years and they have been trying it before you see Igbo man. And this is the reason why there's no anywhere you find Igbo man, you will not find Igbo people food. Anywhere in Nigeria you go today, you'll find Igbo man there. If you find Igbo man there, then if you want Igbo people food, just ask hey, once you see Igbo man, you will get it. Because it has been so much difficult for Igbo man. Even Igbo man have tried enough, have tried so much hard just to be the same thing with the Fulani, just to be the same thing with the so-called Yorubas. But it's not working for them. They bring their life lower to the lowest level for them to just emerge with the Fulanis or to emerge with the Yorubas. It's not working for them. They have tried to sacrifice with life, sacrifice with their property, sacrifice with every single thing they have. Still, it's not working for them. And this is where they say, no, this thing have tried our resources, our property, our life, but still it's not working for them. So what do you think now? There have never been a place called Nigeria. Everybody has been on their own. Igbo man always knows his way. Yoruba man, Hausa man. But at the end of the day, now, let me tell you today, you might take it or you leave it. Today, the so-called Fulani overrun Hausa. First they were called Hausa Fulani. Until Fulanis overrun them. And today, as I'm talking to you, if you go to North Nigeria, where Fulani is today, you cannot see Hausa man there as in next command. I'm telling you, anywhere position, in terms of position, you see Fulani today. You can never see the next person as an Hausa man. Lie. I can tell you today that even where Fulani man is sitting today, a Christian man as an Hausa man, even though they are speaking the same as an Hausa, you can never see an Hausa man. Let me even say a Muslim. You can never see them sitting in the same place. It's not possible. As in Fulani first, then second Hausa man, real Hausa man, that they know say this is real Hausa man. It's not possible. What does that tell you? Fulani have conquered Hausa. First you hear Hausa Fulani. Now it's no more. Now it's Fulani. Now after conquering Hausa, they take it down to Yoruba land. They come to Yoruba land, they say, according to our tradition, according to our religion, this. Then Fulani people begin to tell Yoruba people, according to this, let us help you people. Our religion say this, our religion say that. As a Muslim, our religion, they use religion, and step down to Yoruba land. And what did they do with that? They use it and pick the honorable people and say, these are the people, these are the criminals, these are the people tormenting you people Yoruba, and they allow us to help you people. And they did what? They take down every prominent Yoruba man. With that their so-called religion. I'm telling you is just to tell you how Britain have used Fulani, destroy Africa, how Britain have used Fulani, and making sure they are conquer. And I'm saying it, go and mark it. Any day, anytime, the Fulani, they conquer Igbo tribe. There's nothing like Africa anymore. And this is what they have been fighting so much hard to do. For all this, why? They go down to Yoruba land. What they do, they use religion, and that's the reason why today you find, just like I said, Yoruba man and the Fulani man they have things in common. Their religion, even today, their food in common, their way of life in common, their living in common. Today, Hausa man and Yoruba man, Hausa man and Fulani man, they are the same thing. But that one tribe that even have used their life, property, and everything to be part of this Yoruba, to be part of this Fulani, is not working for them. Is called Igbo. Igbo have been the bone of contention. When they say Igbo don't want to be part of Nigeria, it is a very big lie. It's only Igbo man have used their resources, have used their life, have used their property, trying to be part of Yoruba, trying to be part of Fulani, trying to be part of Hausas, but it never worked for them. Even when Yoruba man Igbo man use his own hard-earned money. For example, you see Igbo man move from southeast, go down to Yoruba land, buy land, establish other supermarket, and also give people from that place jobs. After giving them job, the same Yoruba man will say, this person is not making enough money, this person is not making too much, this person this and that. They will do what? They will bring that business down. They will destroy it. You are in Lagos, you see what is going on. All those multi-millionaire jobs Igbos have in Lagos. If you check the people working under those things, the people that the Igbo man were feeding, they are more than 500, they are more than 5,000. If they check Igbo man business that have been destroyed Lagos, it give Yoruba people job, more than 20,000 Yoruba people job. But what did they do? They destroy it. Most of the people that were fighting the Igbo man with their problem, today they are hungry more than Igbos. But why are they doing that? Because of the Fulani influencing them, telling them that Igbo is your problem. At the end of the day, they will be the one to regret it. And this is what they have been doing to their forefathers, that they use slaughtered the prominent Yoruba people because of that religion. Because of Igbo is your problem. And what do you learn from that? Because they want to conquer that Igbo. They want to make sure that Igbo is down. And this is the tribe Igbo, this is the tribe British want. Any day time Igbo language, Igbo people is down, Igbo people is being conquered. If their land, any day time they take their land, just like Fulani is fighting every blessed day, then Africa is no more. I'm telling you, go and mark it. So what did they do? They go down to Yoruba land. They do what? As a religion in common, everything in common. Now everything goes like that. Yoruba have been conquered. Today as I'm talking to you, a Fulani man can come out and say, this forest is our own. We don't want Yoruba people. It's happening. Just some week ago, I saw one of the biggest forests in Yoruba land. Fulani people have already occupied it. And they have been there for almost 7 years. Can you imagine that? Yoruba people have land that Fulani have already occupied for 7 good years. You know how they developed their own, you know how Fulani they built their house. For 7 good years they have been there. In Yoruba forest, they never know. Not until 2024, before they find out. So, can you find such a place in Igbo land? The answer is no. So, these are the problems the British is having. These are the problems they are using Fulani to forcefully force anybody down. To make sure that anybody that don't believe them. The British, they have been doing it face to face, physically to physically, since Biafran war down to this day. They have been doing it face to face. But now, the whole world is came to understand that this is not how it works. They begin to go back. What is the next step they make? They find the one tribe that is one of the useless tribes in the world, that don't care for human. They give it to Fulani. And that is the reason why Fulani is ruling you. Any country you find yourself in Africa, forget yourself. Fulani is either one of the decision makers. If a Fulani man is not in charge, he is one of the decision makers. Go and check any country in Africa, I'm telling you people today. And all reason why you are hearing all these things because of this particular vaccine. This one they are telling you. Biafran government prohibit it. Do not allow this happen to you. Do you know today, in US, I saw it last week ago, in US today, that those that was vaccinated Do you know some of them, when you go, you are being checked that you was vaccinated. Do you know they don't allow you for some particular place to, I mean, you are not being allowed to enter some places. Do you know that? In US, I'm talking about this European people that is telling you. In US, as I'm talking to you today, some places you cannot enter. Here, once you were part of those that was vaccinated, you are not allowed to enter them. I was like, so this, you people were actually doing this for Africa, and you know this was wrong. But God is so wonderful. They are the one actually suffering and mostly for every single thing they have supported Bugatti doing in the name of they want to wipe Africa. All of you know people when they say Bugatti wife make it public, that there will be a time Africans they will be packing their dead bodies on the street on national TV. They ask her why. He said it was meant to be so. At the end of the day, which people in the continent in this planet later died useless? Which people was one of the continent European, Africa? Africa was one of the country, of course, they died. But when you talk about the people that was wasted more than how they were expected, was them themselves. And this is the reason why you must understand. Anybody telling you about vaccine, telling you about anything, run. And this particular one that is coming right now, I want to tell you people, Biafrans, or let me use the language you understand, Igbos, do not take money they say they want to support you. They are bringing vaccination, because this one that is coming is going to be help. This particular vaccination that is coming, they are going to force you people, and it's going to take mostly part in Southeast. This particular one that is coming right now, they are coming to give you disease. And this one I'm telling you, they are going to force you, because you see this country we are in right now. Let me give you an example what happened during the COVID-19. During the COVID-19, if they did not inject you, and you have their card they will give you. You have some who have what is called yellow card, some have what is called green card. Do you know it have a basis of going to more to buy something? And those who don't have that card can never allow to enter into more to buy something. This is Africa, I'm telling you, not somewhere else in Europe. If you don't have that card, I mean, shows that you have been vaccinated. The card will dictate that you have been vaccinated. You will not be allowed to enter into a mall. It's happening in Africa. So this particular one that is coming, it is specific for some tribe in Nigeria, and they are called Igbo people. And believe me, they are going to force you, they are going to do everything to make sure that you are participating in this, because this is the next deadly move they are going to move. And already Biafran government have already bring it, that nobody in Biafra, I mean nobody should show face in Biafran territory, talk of vaccinating anybody. And now it have came to most, of course, you know, that is the reason why you see me lamenting like this morning, giving you the procedure, giving you the process of where all these things coming from. Because the reason why this one is coming is because Fulani have been defeated. Fulani cannot do it the way they do it. Before they will come to our land, they slaughter you, they go to a farm, they destroy it, they do whatever they want to do. But right now, the Biafran government emerge and stop everything and make sure that it doesn't exist. So what is the next thing move they give you? They bring the move of vaccinating you, even when there is no COVID-19. They bring the next move to do what? To vaccinate you, so that you will spend like, let me say, 1 year later you die off, or 2 years later you die off, or 3 years later you die off. Everything, you see all those things that they call vaccination, they have dates of expire, and that day if it expire in your body, you buy, you move. There goes as long as making it to proceed, I mean step by step. There will be those that will take 5 years. There will be those that will take 3 years. There will be those that will take 2 years. There will be those that, as you are going, let me give you one thing you need to know. When you go, for those who have gone for this vaccination, when you go, you will find out that it's not the vaccination they give you. Of course, they are vaccinating you line by line during those COVID-19. You will find out that the vaccination they give you, they give to somebody like 60 years. It's not the one they are going to give someone like 20 years. Go and ask, they will tell you. Someone like 60 years, they will give you vaccination, let me say 2 to 3 years, you move. Somebody like 20 years, they give you vaccination like 5 years, 6 years, you move.
So my wonderful family, that brings us to the end of this update. Do well to like the video, share and subscribe. Thank you and bye-bye.